Welcome, everyone, to the absolute shit show behind the scenes. I have no idea what we're doing today. We'll figure it out, though. Um, just a quick announcement for all the people watching in the future. We have a free giveaway in my shorts I just posted, and a members giveaway. Um, all you gotta do is comment and then show up for the live stream when we do the drawing. I'll make another announcement again later when people are actually here, but I just wanted to let the people who are watching this in the future, hi future people, know that those are out there. Anyway, welcome. Hi. I don't know what I'm doing today. It's been one of those weeks. Ugh. On the bright side, while I was in my panic attack on one of the nights, I got some new stock set in. And one of those is some tanzanite. We finally have new tanzanites I'll be showing off tomorrow. And garnets. All sorts of stuff. But I don't know what to make today. I was considering, hey Jackie, starting a new project. Well, of course I'm going to start a new project, but a new multi-stream project. Since almost this had really good reception on the video around it. And how are you doing today, Jackie? And so I thought, maybe we should do that in a live stream. People might enjoy doing that as a project. We could do one of these rings. I especially love doing these artistic bands. The one I wear is not near me, surprisingly. Should be. We could do a design like this. But for some reason I'm not super feeling that. We could do a cluster pendant, so instead of it being on a ring, it would just be a pendant. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss at the moment. We could try doing one of those again. Hi. He's a good boy. Yeah, enjoying your little throne in the treasure room. Or, I don't know. So I'm open to suggestions or voting or whatever. Let me go get set up and another boring day. I missed that second one message. I'm gonna go get this booted up so that I can watch the chat. Big gaudy things, hell yes. I love making big gaudy things. My bracelet. My week was I had something set off my PTSD Monday, and it took until last night for me to finally get it under control. So I kind of lost most this week. I tried to make it as productive as possible, but I really didn't do a good job. Jackie, I don't know if you heard, but we're doing giveaways. We've got one in the short section open to everybody, and then there's another one in the member section. I had something happen when I uploaded this morning, and it glitched out on me. So I had to take them down and re-upload them. And then, of course, once I re-uploaded them, there was no the algorithm said, screw you. It's one of the agates I had in the Tumblr. Says something when you know exactly what type of pill that is, too. No, I just keep them there because I know I'm gonna need them before long. I took some before the stream, but... Oh! Ow! There we go. Hell, I'm trying to convince myself to even use my faceting machine again. Because... it just... I feel like anything other than sapphires I destroy, and I'm not doing a good enough job on the sapphires for it to be worth it. Could do greens, perhaps. I've got some spinels. Yeah. 10 years ago, I literally was the pill identification app before such things existed. Like, you know, I didn't have to go ask Swim, or ask for Swim, about something I found on the ground, because I could just be like, oh, 6'2", 6'5'5"? Oh, that's no good. It looks close, but it's not the one. Kind of glad I'm not there anymore. God, these turned out really pretty. Actually, I do have a fair collection of sparkles. That is fact. I've also been playing with opals, but not super. Man, don't know what to do with, or if it's even worth doing anything with these. I don't like meds anymore either, but I used to take a ton of them. So, I guess a little bit of real talk here. When you take wire wrapping from being a hobby that you enjoy, Hello, Alabama, to a business, it really changes the game. I've already lost money on this, cutting this opal, and I know if I put it in a wrap, it'll end up selling for so little that I'll be losing even more money. It sucks. I don't like it. I hate that I have to take into consideration what projects are okay to be wasting time on, and it's very rare that I'm able to do that. For instance, here's a project that I've slowly been piecing together over the last month. And I saved up for materials for over 6 months to create this. It's big. It's a lot of material, and I probably won't make much profit for my labor. I'll be lucky if I make minimum wage on it, I'm guessing. But also it'll be good advertising for what I can do. A project like this, it just won't be flashy enough in the end to be able to use that excuse for it. I might give that away, actually. I know, it's depressing. I hate having to come at wire wrapping it from a point of opals, and getting people to actually pay for them is not easy. I went on a opal cutting campaign, and I hate saying that I regret buying it. Oh yeah, it's got red. Definitely got some actually, I will say this one doesn't show as well in the camera as I would like it to, because it's not bad. This one turned out okay-ish. Is this one? This one had a lot of promise. I paid a hefty chunk of money for the piece that was in this. Sorry. Someone just asked me for an address. Told him exactly that I'd be starting at 4:20, and he sends a text at exactly 4:20, and I'm like, every time, bro. I don't know, some of them have pretty color. I just never can get opals to sell unless they're fucking spectacular and free, damn near. I might have an idea for this. I love the look of this. This stuff is gorgeous. I should ask for more of it while I can. Yeah, my head's all over the freaking place because of this week. Haven't made any big investments. Sandy Ethiopian. Alabama. Oh, the fire agate. Yes. Still working on that piece. I concur with you 100% there. Like, cause I have some crazy jewelry, that I've made, but I haven't had enough time to build my name yet. Yeah, fire agate's some. So someday that'll make me or someone else a badass bracelet. Ethiopian material, I'm starting to suspect might be the smart way to go with opal. Yes, I actually did it for the first. I sold at farmer markets and festivals for the first 3 years I was in business. The last year, I lost money on 90% of the events that I did, and like the other 10%, I was lucky to break even. I got a little demoralized over that. I won't lie. That sucked. Yeah, I've just out of my brain's still not functioning. If I didn't go live every week at the same time on the same days, I don't know that I would have gone live today. Hell yes! What, vending... Jackie, vending at shows, you mean? They're a blast. Especially festivals. My problem, and I know this is my problem, my jewelry's too expensive, unfortunately, to be selling at a festival. And I'm disabled. Doing a festival takes a week out of my week. Literally. Why are you afraid to do them by yourself? I did. Jackie, I understand all too well. I really do. I'm sorry. After spending this last week as a fucking neurotic mess, I totally get it. Festivals are a good practice, but I can understand, especially not having someone there to help you. That was always difficult for me. Screw it, Ruby. I'm going with Ruby. And Alabama. Ethiopian's a great place to learn, I think, because, like, you know, you can actually get something that is more likely to have color and be usable in one way or another. And if you don't, you're not out $300. So, yeah. I don't even try to hide it anymore. Say get and keep going. Let's make a pendant. I really should double record this though, but I can't. Let's make 2 ruby pendants. One for the stream, and one for outside the stream. For the stream, I think we're gonna go with the natural star ruby. And we'll do a halo of rubies. I've been doing this thing where so like that pink sapphire ring, I did all outside of a stream so I could do so that I could make a video, a short, and I'm probably gonna make a long form video around it too. When I do a project in stream, I have to commit to only working on it in stream, and while I'm doing it in stream, I can't make a video for it outside of the stream. That makes things a bit more challenging. Yeah, I don't leave my house unless I have to anymore. Especially since I stopped doing the festivals. But even there, I have, like, a real hard time not being genuine, and that really doesn't help. Like, being there and being like, yeah, I feel like I'm pretty fucked on rent, and everything's falling apart, blah, blah, blah. Also, embracing the dark side really helps sometimes. Hey, Jennifer. Alabama, I know all too well what you mean there. I avoid taking it at all costs. Down to telling my doctor that I want to make sure that I'm not taking any more than 2 a month. Not because I have any moral objection to it, because that would just be dumb. In my eyes. Sorry if you don't agree with me on that, but I don't see anything wrong with drug use. I just fear it myself. TV is good at that. It's like a book. It tells a story, and it cuts out all of the inconvenient parts that don't work with the story. So I'll say it. The medication that worked best for me ever was morphine. Second best was heroin. That said, we live in a country that wages a war against people who are in pain, and I know I'll lose that. I won't win that war. I will lose. I lost once. So I say, fuck it. I'm staying away from that shit. It's not because I think it's bad or that it messed up my life. I more think the laws are the problem. And the judgment, etc. Alright, we have ourselves Star Sapphire, some rubies to go with it. Take 5 more of them just in case. I recommend people avoid pain pills, not because I think they're bad, but because I think the way our country is set up makes people's use of them dangerous to themselves and others. But if you ever get bored, check out how the Swiss took care of their opioid epidemic. Really was counterintuitive at the time, but it also worked really damn well. Been there. Though I like sleeping. Alabama, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with it personally. I know how our politicians get. Once the money has been made, then they need to make more money, so they start arresting the people who have been made physically addicted to the substances and throw them in corporate-owned prisons. They did it with opioids. I'm sure they'll do it with other things in the future, and I don't want to fuck with that. Although I have seen some pretty crazy shit from people with Xanax concerned. And we'll just snag a Moissanite for... 'cause why not? Actually... I need to save some of my Moissanite. We are on the wrong subject for a crafting stream. Damn it. The challenges of doing this whole influencer business stuff while having mental health issues. And trying to keep it real. Oh well. I could give a fuck, but that would take way too much work right now. I just don't have it in me. Again, there's nothing wrong with that in my eyes. Hell, I don't even see there being anything wrong with people who smoke crack, just because, you know, reality really fucking sucks. Ooh, but that'd make it look like a bullseye. No, can't do that. They stopped issuing new ones a decade ago, Jackie. They're really hard to get these days. Like it's a lost form of currency that we haven't seen in decades. Ain't nobody got any fucks left to give. Okay. See, now, Alabama, they say the same thing about heroin addicts. But again, I point to the Swiss. About 15-ish years ago, the Swiss came up with this brilliant idea to just give addicts free heroin twice a day. They did have some stipulations to getting into said program, but it really wasn't that difficult. And suddenly all those homeless addicts who were stealing from everybody and, you know, giving the money they made from that, or, you know, however they were hustling to get their money, they went and got jobs and apartments and, you know, started functioning really fucking well in society. It's not the drugs that are dangerous, it's the war on drugs that's dangerous. And it's been flat proven. Don't get me wrong, drugs probably aren't the greatest option, but I think it's our reaction to them that is more harmful than anything else. Alright, I think this is what I'm going to do today. And next week, and the week after, probably won't be a quick process. Am I sure that I want to try an oval pattern? No, I am not. Fuck it, doing it anyway. They are, aren't they? I think this pending could be off to an amazing start. Today's stream's a little sidetracked, but when's it not? Let's go with number 18, and we'll work it out from there. So, first thing to do is to screw around with designs, and this very well could be the rest of the stream, depending on how long it takes me to find a design that I think is gonna work. With this said project. I might switch that out to a real diamond. I mean, might as well. All the rest of the stones are natural. Screw it, let's just go with a diamond, because having a single synthetic stone can be a deal breaker, I've learned, in sales, so... Oh! Yeah, Rio Grande. They're not super helpful to me, but they do give me a quick way to kinda do what I'm considering. The funny thing is, I can't really design on paper that well what I'm about to try and design, or what I'm going to want to design first, which is the back part. Okay, so that's going to be the size of the top. That's going to probably need to... Let's go with 21 for the back. Nothing to feel bad about, Jackie. I think we're all a little special in one way or another. Alright, so first I'm going to see if I can't flatten this piece of silver. Just going to put it in my vise real quick. It helped a bit. Then I'm going to scratch the outline of this oval. Jackie. I see a business that has a rock with 19 very, very, like, smaller, way smaller than these diamonds. Probably about the size of these rubies, actually. They've got like 12 of those glued into a rock that they picked up down by the river, I'm guessing. And they're trying to sell it for $1,900. Like, how? The fuck? Nah. There's my centerpiece. Hey, JNV. They must. I have no idea. I'm actually considering doing something similar-ish with the stone that I got down by the river. Except for I'll actually set the diamonds into metal. Probably not. I probably don't have to, but kind of like to. I have an idea, but I don't know how well it's gonna work. Okay, so there's that, and then where are calipers? Come here. Or not calipers. These things. I'm glad you enjoy it, Jennifer. And that's exactly what we're doing today. Although I'm also experimenting from scratch. So there is that. Crap. Guys, I'll be right back. I've got to go turn my water off. My neighbors just got home and I'm using their hose. So I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. My neighbors have been kind enough to let me use their hose while I'm at work for watering the grass. Oh, right on. Geode hunting actually sounds really fun. Okay. Hey, Ken. Okay. So... yes, I think that will work. Huh. I'd be shocked if I actually intuited this from the beginning. Doesn't happen very often. Wait, what do you mean no J? I'm lost. I get lost very, very easily though. Okay. Then that. This might not go as smoothly as I thought. That's okay. I could look up a video on how to do this, but I feel like that would be cheating. So... Oh, I have no idea what I'm doing, Jackie. Literally none. I'm not going to look up a video, but I'm going to look up a picture. Oh, you can't tell me I'm the first person to ever fucking do this. There we go. Kinda. Really? It has to be done using opals or ovals. I can't really use a freaking... Okay. Well, I'm not pleased. But I at least know how to do it now. So that's a plus. It's, yeah, that's exactly. It's like a spirograph thing. Basically, it's a bunch of circles, usually. Circles are the easy way to do it, but I decided to use ovals today, and that's not the easy way to do it. Nothing, Iris. Hello. Oh yeah, I forgot this part. Okay. Alabama this is gonna sound ridiculous to people, I'm guessing, but here's why that is my favorite to use. I'm gonna show y'all how to make those circles. So first, you make a circle with your dividers or your compass. Then, using it at the exact same, distance, you make a mark. From the edge to, where you're going. Now, from the center, you extend your compass out to where that mark was, and you make another circle. After that, you bring it in. You bring your compass back to the original size of the center circle. You go to the exact top and bottom. So, you draw yourself a line, basically. And you make 2 more circles, using that as your center point. I'll give you a good look at how that looks once I'm there. Okay, so we have a circle with 3 circles in it. Now, where that middle circle joins with the outer circles, you make small little markings for your center piece. Did I really just lose those? I would. It's about how I work. Anyway, as I was saying, make yourself your dots where they intersect. You'll do 4 of them. And you do the same thing again with those as your center points. Because of my struggles with things that are symmetrical, this is my favorite because it just works. I think I missed one. No, I didn't. But I see why it feels like I did. There. Oh yeah. The math behind a lot of things involving circles, yeah. No, I'm actually trying to do an oval version of it and struggling. Quite a bit. Because the oval version would be how I would make the back to an oval piece. Oh, definitely watch the shelter. Be careful. I hope it goes well. Be safe. But yeah, Iris, I was wanting to do something similar to that ring that I put out recently. This is how I did the back of the ring. I made that design and then I played with it until I had what I wanted, cut that out for the back. Well, it's a little harder to do in an oval. Go figure. And because I'm not able to, they don't make these in a way that works with ovals, it's not going to be symmetrical. And that bugs me. Hey, Bryce. I actually just explained it, but I drew the design using a compass, basically, and then I cut out along the lines, and it worked. I'm having a much harder time getting it to work out in an oval. Back to the drawing board for that. Nope. Oh, actually, funny thing, that's what I'm making. So, Ruby and Sapphire are the exact same thing. No, Iris, I'm sure it's partially the spacing, but also I can't do symmetry. I didn't do the symmetry on that ring back. The compass did it for me. It's a lot easier to do when I can cheat. I don't know why I call it cheating. It's really not. It's not like mankind hasn't been finding new and inventive ways to get more perfection out of this or that for the last several centuries. Sapphire can actually, so Sapphire can sometimes react under black light. Ruby and Sapphire are both of the mineral variety corundum, and often spoken of specifically as the gem grade version, such as the blue and green stones in this. Yeah, right, exactly. It's using resources to overcome the challenges. Or well, we have some pink sapphire here. Sapphire comes in every color but red. And the reason they say that is because a red sapphire is called ruby. The coloring comes from trace elements that will occasionally show up in this or that mineral variety. And that's the case with sapphire. If that makes sense. I hope it kinda does, at least. Beryl is really bad. Emerald, Aquamarine, Heliodor, Bixbyte. They're all beryl, but they, their coloring gives each type a different name. It's almost like if every different type of tourmaline, every color of tourmaline had a trade name. Sapphire is not quite as bad. You have ruby, colored sapphire, and yeah, like, blue sapphire, green sapphire, pink sapphire, Podparasha sapphire. Heat can play a role in sapphire coloring to a point. That's because it can do things to certain inclusions and trace elements slash minerals that I do not have the understanding to explain and do it justice, but the heating process can definitely turn, like Montana sapphires, a lot of times they're green when you find them, but if you heat them up, they'll get a more teal or blue color to them. I don't know, Iris. Iron is typically... I want to say iron is actually what causes ruby. I could be mistaken about that. Holy fuck. See what I mean? Like, I literally cannot get this to come out symmetrical to save my life. And I'm using stencils. We might be able to make that work. Perhaps. Also, heat treating can help with clarity, but oftentimes, and they don't like talking about this, there's this thing called beryllium treatment. And beryllium, when you heat sapphires with beryllium, suddenly a lot of different colors will become far more bright and vibrant. Now, it's a stable process too, so honestly, I don't know why it has that bad of a rep in the jewelry business, because, like, it's not like glass filling where you've got to worry about certain things possibly causing damage to the sapphire or ruby. Kinda. Beryllium is an interesting treatment for sure. That does not look very even to me. Goes to show you, struggles, they fucking happen in this. Sometimes I will struggle for hours on something and accomplish absolutely nothing. Today is a wonderful example of just that. I apologize for the excessively boring content. I would encourage everybody to check out the giveaway videos that are in the shorts and member section. And, you know, enter to win, because I'm doing like $1,000 worth of giveaways this summer to make up for my shoddy content. Yeah, Black Opal is super rare, naturally speaking. It's why true Black Opal that is untreated is, well, it's same as sapphires. You know what? I'm accomplishing nothing. Let's have a gemology talk. But Bryce. Hear me out here, okay? You may have won a giveaway. But what's up? Good kitty. Hear me out, cat. We're giving this away. This is the member giveaway. This Montana Sapphire pendant is the for everybody giveaway. And then each and every purchase that is made comes with a single entry into this giveaway. This is a rubellite tourmaline, ruby, and diamond pendant done in sterling silver and 14 karat gold. Plus, I've got a bunch of just random gemstones that I'm giving away. We got tanzanites, some really good tanzanites. That one's... Did I not put a price on that one yet? The half caraters. I don't have very good lighting right now, but all the way down to actually the ones I'm really happy about are these little guys, because they're not huge, but they're a decent size. Like, they're not these tiny things, but they're under $25 too still, and they're super good color. Anyway, I was about to talk a bit of science. We are discussing treatments, heating, etc. And the bed will be easiest for this for me. Oh, I can now view deleted messages after they're deleted. Awesome. But why was it deleted? Iris? What the fuck, Iris? It's okay, Iris. Jenny, that was a mistake. She did not mean to delete your... your... I'm sorry, Good job, Iris. You nailed it. That was absolutely not intentional, Jenny. We apologize. Alright, so we were talking heat treatment. So I have sapphires and sapphires. Definitely make a purchase or two though, because every purchase is its own entry into that giveaway, and it's like a giant raffle between the last 2 weeks and then going till September 14th. So that there is a beryllium treated sapphire, I believe. You can see how vibrantly orange it is. It's very, very beautiful. Now, there are some colors that you will lose if you heat treat a sapphire. For instance, this Montana sapphire, you'll notice there's a color. Yeah, when the gods just accidentally smite a comment. Gotta have some fun. But you'll notice the color to that is purple. You can't get that purple. If you heat treat it, it'll turn blue, to my knowledge. That is actually one of my more fave stones. So in Ethiopian opal, they do a process called smoking. I don't know if it's quite as literal as it sounds or not, but take my happy one. I love this one so much. It is just so freaking chaotically gorgeous. However, the fire, they call it smoking. I don't know if it's the smoke or the heat. I actually think it's probably the smoke that turns them black like this. Others, tanzanite. That's what I thought too, Jenny. Tanzanite is a stone that is almost always heated. Which one? I've shown a few. To get that blue color, oftentimes the stone will be a brown color, and then they heat them. Like, I've seen some tanzanites before they're cut and heated that are like that color. That's quartz. The black smoke, the black opal is beautiful, I agree. And it definitely a type of treatment on it. There's andesines. I don't know if they're heat treated or not, or if they're irradiated. I'm still doing some research on those, because I might have a really, really valuable one. I might have found proof that one of my andesines is like that red, fairly large, and it might be an Organ Sunstone. Oh, citrine. How could I forget citrine? Oh, absolutely, Bryce. I've been saving this collection for quite some time. So, super, super popular gemstone here. Have a good one, Jennifer. Often marketed as Madeira citrine. By the way, I just want to say thanks to the people who've hit that thumbs up button. We haven't had the greatest stream so far, so those of you who have done that, I appreciate the kindness. Madeira citrine is a very popular stone, or it used to be, because it's not your everyday, you know, like that cushion there, that color. However, almost all Madeira citrine starts its life as amethyst. And I've literally watched videos of these motherfuckers taking a blowtorch to the crystals, and that's how they heat treat the shit. I actually wonder how you guys want to do an experiment? I want to know if those are real videos or not. Does anyone want to do an experiment? Let's do an experiment. I'm doing a fucking experiment. Kind of a big chunk of amethyst to try this on. Alright. Yeah, that'll be alright. Well, I've actually blown up quartz doing this before, so this might be a little risky, guys. But I've seen videos of them doing this, so I'm curious to see if it'll work or not. Like, quite literally, just using a blowtorch. The orange stuff is so unattractive. Purple's better in my opinion too, but they had some really good marketing for Madeira citrine in the like 80s and 90s. Oh boy, I already saw one crack. I'm gonna put on safety goggles for once. I think their videos are bullshit. That ain't orange at all. You like that orange one? Jesse? It is a beautiful stone. I've seen bad ones. I don't know. It's not my favorite color, but it depends on how it's used. I use a lot of orange in my, like, fire color stuff, so there's a place for it, for sure. Yeah, I don't see any orange on that whatsoever. I think they lied to me. But I just got a wonderful video idea, everybody. I'm gonna go pull up that video, do a screen recording of it, and then be like, and then do this again and see if I get a different result. And if I don't, then, well, maybe we should reconsider whether or not the whole heat-treated citrine thing works like that. Yeah, I was being safe. I know quartz does not like having a constant high flow of heat on it, so I was being careful. You know, Jesse, if you like that Madeira citrine, I've got one in here I think you'll love. These are my hidden stones. Iris, I'll have to send you the video. They literally are walking around with a blowtorch. And hitting cathedrals of amethyst and turning those cathedrals and clusters into citrine with it. It's interesting. I've considered it, Bryce, but so I guarantee it would be far more effective as a gemstone selling strategy than the strategy I'm currently using. If I'm just talking money, overall money. But I struggle with the idea of focusing so much on negative things. I want to do positive content. I really do. Uplifting content. Content that makes people reach for the stars. It's not an easy path, and I'm aware of that. Because I've done a video calling out Trax, I think, on a mistake he made in one of his videos. I don't think he made it disingenuously, but it was a mistake, and I corrected the mistake, and it's one of my highest viewed shorts. It's like number 2 or number 3. I don't know. It would work, but ooh, maybe in boiling water. Wait, your grandma's sofas? How does a blowtorch on a crystal remind you of a sofa? I have to inquire. think I have an idea on how to make this work. Oh! Yeah, no, that makes sense. It was a very popular color back then. That was when Madeira citrine, the original stuff from, was it Brazil, was popularized. The funny thing is, now they make stuff like this. I don't even think this is, I think it's synthetic. And they're still trying to get the same prices that they used to get. Heat treating is an interesting treatment. Hey, Melissa. It's one where I think people make a lot more out of it than, because I've only seen a couple instances where heat treating matters, like that sapphire. Wait. Oh, Bryce, no, we fixed the crack rocks part in the beginning of the stream. Nah, heat treating's not as bad. I don't think it's as bad as people make out, because it's very stable. And so if your stone has been heated, it's still likely that it'll last for a long time. $500C? I have no idea. I might play with it one of these days. I do have that. Hey, Rufo. How far until that stream, out of curiosity? Yeah, I thought we broke too. I thought I messed up the... I hope my brain is back in working order by tomorrow. That is a very interesting question, Bryce. I do not know. I've not heard of that. But you can bet that I'll be doing some research on that. It shouldn't. Thinking about it, I can't see why it would, but I'll hit up my my sources that I have for gemology. And I'll do another gemstone video on Alexandrite. Good question. I'm still wondering if you can use lead glass filling in Alexandrite. Because I've seen it used in so many ways that I just wonder about that. Well, on the bright side, today's stream wasn't completely wasted because I think I have the general outline for the pendant that we'll do over the next couple of streams. Or crafting streams, at least. Have fun, Rufo. Glass filling is where they take glass, and it's commonly used in sapphires, and they use it to fill fractures. Sapphires and rubies. Actually, I've got an example. See if I can show you through the microscope. Get it plugged in real quick. But it makes them more transparent. Or, well, not necessarily transparent, but it helps solve the transparency issues that are caused when you have fractures. However, the process makes it so when you Nice, Melissa. Not many people have a Alexandrite. That's a badass wedding ring to have, girl. See if I can show this perfection. So you can see there's fissures inside of this ruby, and they've used pressure and heat to get glass while it's molten inside of those cracks and fissures. Yeah, it is. It's a really hard stone. Bryce, in all fairness to Alexandrite, from what I've seen, like, they have stones from the early 1900s that still change color. I don't... Like, they are really good... And heck, these have... I've had these for 3 or 4 years, and they've been in sunlight and other lights. I think they're a good option for a permanent daily wear. I do not know the answer to that one, Bryce. It's possible that it would still, but I don't know. Actually, I don't even know if you can heat treat a star sapphire or not, because the heat might destroy the inclusions. Not having my computer next to me makes it difficult to look up too. Okay, so that'll be my back. The front, I can just do an oval. Ah, mine too, Melissa. So you've got the Brazilian material, right? I'm guessing that's not always going to be the case, but that is kind of common for Brazilian Alexandrite. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You can't learn if you don't ask. And I also have a strong desire to keep my channel being somewhat educational if I can. Again, kind of part of that empowering people to... Huh. Gonna be too big, isn't it? It's okay. I know how to fix that. So questions are always good in my view. They make education that's fair. No, I know exactly what you mean, Melissa. I can give a perfect example of what you're saying. Half carat a piece. I wouldn't part with these for anything under $3,500 a piece. No less. And I would be like, that's what I would take when I'm struggling to make rent. No, I totally understand, Bryce. Let's compare that to these. These are synthetic alexandrite, true chrysoberyl, color-changing synthetic. That small one there would be like $100. Versus $3,500 for one that's quite a bit smaller. I feel you, Melissa. I know they're not exactly cheap. These are a really good option if you want, like, I want to make myself a ring with that someday. I have both, personally. You could go with the $3,500 natural one, but you could also spend, you know, a very small fraction and get Melissa. Everything Melissa is saying there is true. They're almost identical to natural. The only difference is that you can get a big size without paying. Like, God, if that was a natural alexandrite in the middle there, it would be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hey, John. Hey, John, and since I got people here, I'd like to make an announcement. This morning, Google glitched on me when I was uploading the members giveaway and the other giveaway. I don't know, WTF happened, but I had to take them both down and re-upload both those giveaway videos. If you commented on one of them, please go back and check to make sure that your comment, that it wasn't on the wrong video, just so that, because I want to make sure everybody has a chance. I mean, we got months, and I'll do so many reminders and pins to those videos to try and get people back, but yeah, I just want to make sure everyone. But yeah, Bryce, there's nothing wrong with synthetic. And she's right, they do actually. So you can't see it on my camera, I guess? Oh, yeah, you can. You see how they're slightly red right now? That's from the UV light of that. They do have strong UV reactions. However, as I kind of showed off earlier, and I will do a better job of it real quick. Give me a second here. I'm gonna kill my main light so I can show everybody the color change of natural versus synthetic. Okay. I wish it was easier to show how pronounced the synthetic is. The naturals can always be a pain in the butt on that. But yeah, they both have good color change. It's just the cost that's the difference. Hey, Chris. The diamond industry did it to themselves. Hey Chris, you got that update about me having to redo the giveaways, right? There is nothing wrong with going with the synthetic route. Actually, what's funny about the diamond industry, so you guys might hear De Beers shut down they're shutting down their Lightbox campaign because, so let me tell you a story while I work. Several years ago, it wasn't that long ago, De Beers decided they were going to get into the lab-grown diamond gig because they wanted to influence the pricing. And they had the money to do so. So they got into it and immediately started selling their lab-grown diamonds at a fraction of the cost. I think it was like half or 1/3 of what the rest of the industry was selling them for. That started a pricing war where lab-grown diamond is fast approaching the same price as moissanite. However, it also took a big chunk away from the natural diamond industry for regular engagement rings. And so De Beers shot themselves in the foot by playing games. Opalite's just glass. Well, silicone. I guess they're both forms of silicon. That's it. That is it. What's funny is De Beers had no plans on getting into the lab-grown diamond gig long term, but because they got into it at all, they really screwed themselves. And now lab-grown diamonds are taking over the market. They're becoming almost, you know, they're stupid cheap. I think they're down to like 300 or 400 a carat. Hydrosilicates. You know, I actually do not know the science of opalite. I know it's lab grown, so... And I was always told it's a type of glass, but, I mean, there's so many different types of glass. Definitely gonna want to make this smaller. A lot smaller. But I have the design at least. Thank you, Melissa. I was sitting there trying to... my brain's still having its fog from my PTSD attack this last week. But I was like, there's differences. I just need a little bit of words that aren't coming to my mouth at the moment, because my brain is not wanting to function. Guys, on that note, I think I'm going to do myself fulgurite. That's a new one to me. I just learned a new mineral to go look up. Thank you. Oh, lightning glass. Neat. So, on that note, my brain was not treated very kindly this week. Thankfully, I'm starting to come out of it, but I can tell I need a little bit of rest. I think I'm going to take my cat for a walk and prepare for tomorrow's show. Possibly get some things printed out. Yeah, brain just does not want to do what it's supposed to fucking do today. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Melissa. I need to take a break, guys. This is not healthy. I'm gonna let you guys go. I really appreciate all of you hanging out for this absolute train wreck of a live stream. I do want to leave the parting words, though, that... because I know a lot of people see what I do and are like, wow, you do such amazing work, etc., etc., and, like, they feel like they can't do the same thing for one reason or another. We all have challenges, we all have bad days. Some days what I make fails and I have to melt it. Like, I think we can all reach those dreams if you just keep working for them. But I gotta go take a rest, so. You all have a great one. And we will hopefully see some of y'all tomorrow. Got a lot of really pretty new stones, at least, so. There's always a plus to things. Have a good night, everyone. Bryce, you absolutely can. And just remember, it's okay to fail. Actually, if you're not failing, you're probably not growing. Can't guarantee that, but I feel like there's some truth to that. Have a good night, everyone.